This is such a long story. May 4th. That's the day I found out I was pregnant. I got surgery. I was getting a BBL. Like, turn my bad bitch all the way up. I had a feeling that I was pregnant before I got surgery. And I got surgery probably April 15th or 16th. And the day before, I got a blood test done. And it said negative for pregnancy, but I had a feeling that I was pregnant for some reason. When the blood test came back negative, I'm like, okay, maybe it's in my head. I went through, I got my lipo or whatever. By the time May came, I was like 3 weeks post-op, and then I had a dream. I had a dream that I was pregnant. I had a dream, my Portia, who's like my road dog, okay? We're like this, okay? This is my bestie, my girl. In the dream, she was like, she needed to borrow my pee for something. And I'm like, okay, here's the pee, like whatever you need to use it for. I asked her like, how your test go? This is all in the dream. And she was like, it went good, but you could have told me you was pregnant. And I was like, who pregnant? And then I woke up from the dream. I was getting ready for work that morning, and I had a pregnancy test in the house, literally one pregnancy test. Got out the shower and I just happened to be walking by the test, and I'm like, oh my God, that test said yes. So I come out the bathroom and baby daddy's sitting on the couch, and I'm like, I had a dream that I was pregnant and I just peed on the stick. And he was like, and you knocked up? And I said, I mean, according to the stick I am, but I don't know if it's right. We need to take another one. We need to go get another one. And he's like, if it say you pregnant, then you pregnant. Like the stick, like those are accurate tests. Like you're pregnant. Like I'm like, I don't know. Like I don't believe it. Like it's probably something wrong with it or whatever. And I was like in a daze. And he was like, are you just gonna sit here in a daze? Like, come on. Like you gotta go to work and you got stuff to do. And I was just like, what the fuck? I called Portia and I'm telling her I'm like, this test say I'm pregnant. I'm like, I had a dream I was pregnant, and this test say I'm pregnant. She was like, oh my God. She was like, you lying. I said, no, I'm dead serious. And we're in a car, and she like, well, what are you gonna do? And I said, I feel like I gotta keep it. It came, like, it happened in a dream. Like, I can't believe this happened in a dream. Like, I went to the emergency room, and, I was in there, like, I was crying. I was like, I think I harmed my baby. And they were like, it's very, very early. I ended up getting an ultrasound. I was only like 5 or 6 weeks. So that means at the time of surgery, I was probably like 3 weeks pregnant. And that's not even like a thing for real. The doctors were like trying to calm me down because I was like freaking out. I just knew I was having the baby. And like not for anybody else, like just for me. Like I felt like that was a sign. Like that, I had no idea that I was pregnant. I didn't think I was pregnant because I had a blood test before surgery. So how could I be pregnant? And then my baby sent me a dream, or maybe God sent me a dream. Both of them sent me a dream to let me know before you continue with this post-op stuff and it'll be very dangerous. Hey, I'm here. So I'm like, my little miracle baby's meant to be here. Like, so I'm gonna be a mom. And at one point, me and my boyfriend actually were trying to have a baby and to put something in the universe and to continuously ask God to give you something. And then because he doesn't give it to you when you ask for it, like sometimes he's not giving it to you for a reason. First of all, like I'm asking God for something. Why do I even want this right now? For whatever reason, he gave it to me. But when he gave it to me, it was at a time when I didn't feel like I really wanted it, because we were up and down and too inconsistent at this point. And I was trying to show off my new body, But it was like I still asked for it at one point. So because I was asking for it, when I got it, who am I to like be like, oh no, God, you can't, take this back. It just didn't feel, it was just irresponsible. I always said that at this point in my life where I'm like stable and I have, stable income and my shit is together, that if I got pregnant, I wouldn't get an abortion because I'm a grown-ass adult and I knew what I was doing. And it's unfortunate that I just paid to get my body done, but yeah, it is what it is. My body will snap right back. That money done came and went. I done spent it and made it again. Like, and if worse comes worse, I'll just get it done again. because that's what financially stable adults do. But, you know, a lot of people have a lot of negative things to say because people feel like, you know, kids stop you and it makes stuff harder, but it might also push you. It might be like everyone isn't chosen to be mothers, you know? Everyone isn't. Some bitches are just fertile and you just spit on them and they get pregnant, but that's not the case with me. So I thought that it was meant for me to be somebody's mom. So when it came down talking to her dad about it, and he was like, you know, at this point, from when we initially started trying and where we were when I finally got pregnant, it was just like, whoa, you know, stuff kind of is going downhill for him. And he was just like, I can't really, like, I'm not in a position to do that right now, like, they have a baby. And I'm just like, well, we did this on purpose. You knew what you was doing. Nobody goes into something thinking like, yeah, I want to do this by myself. Luckily, I'm capable of doing it by myself. We ended up getting into an argument about it. I end up putting him on the block list. Like a couple days later, he had his mom call me, and she just wanted to check on me and make sure I was okay. And I'm like, you know, your son, he's saying that he's like not financially ready for a baby, but at the end of the day, that's his problem. A baby's not coming till a year from now. If he can't turn his life around in a year, like, then that's kind of like on him. She was like, no, he's not gonna do that. Like, he's gonna take care of his kid, and you know, y'all two are grown and y'all knew what y'all were doing.
You know, we gotta take care of each other.
So he ended up texting me, and he goes, I was just calling my mom to check on you. You know, I just wanted to apologize for how I handled it. Like, I just, you know, really felt some type of way because, like I told you, I'm not in a position financially, but then you like kind of like snapped and you said some hurtful things to me. I'm going to be there for you. And for me, it was like as soon as I got pregnant and I was looking at him and I'm like, all that's here is potential, you know? The potential of who you could be or what you could do or how you could be. I can't base the rest of my kid's childhood off only your potential. Like, it was a lot of stuff with us that wasn't right. Can you explain to our unborn son where the sheets at that you kindly asked us to get up off of so you could take out the house? Go ahead.
I gave them to the less fortunate.
Explain to your kid what you did.
I gave them to the homeless.
And where my flowers at?
Because
you was mad. Bringing the broom and the dustpan.
Listen, kids, when y'all grow up, y'all gonna be fortunate enough to give to the less fortunate. You feel me? Ask your mom, what did she do as soon as I took them sheets off? Ask her, what did you do?
I went and got the brand new sheets.
Brand new sheets. Less fortunate people don't got brand new sheets and just pull back out.
And then your father recorded it and put it on this thing called Instagram. Y'all kids probably don't have that now.
Definitely that.
Put it on Instagram. Him giving the sheets away that he asked me to get up off of at 12:30 at night.
Don't matter.
While I was pregnant and sleeping.
Ask your mom, why did I do what I did? Ask her.
Oh no, because I called your dad all types of broke ass niggas. But ask why I called him that. Cause he called you retarded.
I said it's a possibility.
No, you said that baby gonna come out retarded.
I said it could. I said it could.
He said she was gonna come out retarded, so I cursed him the fuck out. And he thought he should take the sheets we was sleeping on. Look. I sure know how to pick them, don't I? Nice and petty.
So when y'all get older, and y'all start realizing y'all on some petty shit.
Y'all got it honestly.
It's in y'all blood already.
In a room full of wrong, it's hard to see what's right. And this is the stuff that was going through my head. So when we met up and he just like, you know, he wanted to be together and he wanted to work it out. And I'm just like, well, we could just co-parent. And he was like, no, I want to do the family thing. Like, I want us to be together. I want us to be in the same house. Well, at this point, we'll just see how this goes. It was just a feeling, like, it was just like God was laying something on my spirit. Like, you have to get away from him. And not because he's a bad person. Because this is like, he's like one of the sweetest people I know. But he can be a very bad person. But he is just, I need to break away from you right now to get myself together mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. If I'm not going to be happy, then you don't have to be here. He took me to my first doctor's appointment.
Oh. Bitches don't even have a dad to go to the doctor's appointment with them. Look at my baby dad, y'all. He goes to the doctor's appointment.
And he made sure I stayed on top of my vitamins, and he made me eat healthy. And for a moment, I let my guard down, and I started thinking, like, okay, maybe this is it. The beginning of my second trimester, by the time June came, a month had went by. We got into an argument. It was just a stupid argument, and we were fighting, like really fist fighting in the car. And I was just like, I'm not doing this while pregnant. Like, this is not healthy. This is not happy. After that, I was like throwing his stuff out the window.
Hey, Yeezys! They expensive. You want them?
No, I don't want them. Whose shoes is they?
A nut ass nigga.
Why you do that? Oh, they got backpacks.
And we were like fighting in the house, and then I changed my number, and he left, and he gave me the keys back, and he came and got all his things. And then from there, you know, he was like throwing little jabs at me on social media. And I threw some back at first, and then after a while, I just stopped even feeding into it. You know, if you want different results, you have to do something different. You don't do the same things. And I can't fight petty with petty and spite with spite. After a couple of weeks, you know, I had already announced my pregnancy. I did it without him because I didn't care, because I was happy about it. Then I just kept on living and getting some alone time with God, because there was a point in my relationship where I used to pray. I used to pray for us, and I used to pray for him, and I used to pray for God to make him better and make him stronger and make me better and make me stronger and make us, like, you know, better people. I did it subconsciously, and it's like, when did I stop wanting God involved in my relationship? And that's because sometimes you don't want to hear God's answers, because God was probably telling me to bend, get away. My only mission was to have a happy pregnancy. Like, bringing life into this world is something that I do not take for granted. Every time he did something, it just showed me, like, over and over again, you made the right decision by leaving. And it took me a while to get this mature, because I swear the old me would have snapped out and fed into it and, like, did the same thing that he was doing and try to humiliate and embarrass him even more. But I just let him be, like, I just let him be great. And I didn't defend myself. I didn't, like, try to expose him, like, oh yeah, well, we were together and that's not how it happened. Because at the end of the day, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So I cannot change this grown-ass man. I can only change myself. I want him to be his best self for himself, for her. I don't want anybody to base my love on my threshold for pain, and how much I can tolerate, and how much I can forgive, and how much you can keep testing me and testing me and testing me. The only unconditional love I have is probably reserved for my child and my child alone.